What up, y'all? Welcome to Malice in Wonderland, episode 17. It's our 1-year anniversary, and we got a great show lined up for you, starting with the news at the top of the hour and Snow White bombing at the box office. Then we're going to be talking about John Pelletier and Conspiracy Court. After that, we're going to watch a human get transformed into luggage. Then we're going to jump down the Reddit hole, and we're going to wrap it all up with some wise words from the homie Ray Lewis. All that and more on this episode of Malice in Wonderland. Rock with us.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
This fucking bastard.
Counting this whole air?
I know, go ahead, count it.
Yeah, come on. No bullshit. Prince.
You don't fucking touch me, scumbag.
Yeah.
Smack blood and skull fragments out your face. Slap stubs at your mother's casket, walking out of a wake. Bang! Young Pesci, fucko, come test me. Fake suicide the same way they hung Epstein.
What up, y'all? It's your boy, Niko Kayla, and I'm here with my homie, the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend. You see his name at the bottom of the screen. It's Mr. Pablo Escobars. How you doing today, Pablo? You living good? Let me know how you feel about the 1-year anniversary of Malice in Wonderland. We made it, dog. Not many people come this far.
I mean, man, 1-year anniversary. What else you gotta say? 1 whole fucking year, bro. We here. Anybody who's been here since the beginning, man, we really appreciate you. Anybody new, we also appreciate you. But you know how it is, man. It's different. And all love, nothing but love.
All love.
Here, man,
and if you're here with
y'all.
us, and if you're here with us right now, join the mob. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, give it up. Let us know how we're doing. If I'm doing like shit, let me know. If Pablo's doing great, let him know. But we're gonna get into the
Bringing
news.
you hard-hitting news. It's the Malice in Wonderland News Blitz.
Our fourth story is a doozy. Here we go. We got Rachel Zegler mocked after Disney's Snow White flops at the box office. Welcome back to reality, princess. Rachel Zegler faces backlash after Snow White's remake flops, earning only $43 million against a $250 million budget, dog. They're not going to recoup that. They are not going to recoup that. They're never going to get that money back. They're out on their ass now. What do you think?
I mean, listen, they over here fucking up. She should have never gone and opened her fucking mouth. She want to talk about politics. Lady, you're an actress. You're an actor. How am I supposed to take anything you say serious? Constant bullshit and berate of her goddamn political views, which has nothing to do with the movie. A beloved movie, the first animated movie ever. The fucking Snow White, we're going to replace it with a Colombian. I understand Colombians is known for moving white, but that don't got shit to do with the other thing, man. So over here, put a Colombian fish face, bitch. She over here, she looks like fucking Sid. It's mad space between the fucking eyebrows. And it's just like, how is this supposed to be the girl that made me want to act like the fucking prince? Like when I was a kid, this one made me want to be the prince. I said, man, I want me a Snow White.
Exactly. And, you know, these companies over and over, they keep going woke. They keep going broke. They keep, you know, destroying their brands. And it's like they feel no consequences. Like the public fights back. America is telling them, hey, I'm done with you rewriting my culture, destroying my history. You know, we're done with it. We're fighting back, but none of it's working. Only due to the simple fact that you have the IMF
than it is to rewrite. It is easier to revamp than it is to rewrite. Go ahead.
Also, it's easy to shield yourself from the consequences of losing money when you have people like the IMF and the World Bank who have these fucking systems where if you're super woke, you'll get special loans and you'll get special grants and you'll get special fucking interest rates and all that. So this shit is never gonna die until that shit dies, or until somebody in this country says, hey, World Bank and IMF, who the fuck are you? International motherfuckers.
Nobody's going to do that. People don't question the bank. You don't question the bank. You go, you run your money through the bank. It's the reality of the situation, man. I wish more people would question
somebody
it.
In power
people aren't going
to. Somebody in power has to change this, because these unelected fucking people in these fucking international banks and international governing bodies find ways to push change in our country and in our culture, and it's seldom ever anything good. It's never anything good. But we watched this earlier, me and Pablo, we were talking about it. We're just gonna let you see this little crybaby. We're gonna let you hear her in her own words how she
By the
feels
way,
about how this
while
whole
she's playing the
situation's
video,
going.
this is me crying.
And to everyone who hates when I win,
Who hates when I
the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks
make
and
fun
my
of you
breaks,
and
and
tell
there
you
are
your
many of
movie
them,
fucking sucked.
To give it a
at
fucking
every
fair
premiere
view and watch it, man.
and
And if it
everything
was
I
ass,
do.
it was ass. The ending of your movie looked like a P. Diddy fucking oil party. Okay? Like, don't fucking pretend. This is not
Exactly.
pretense.
This is not pretend. This is not fantasy land. We live in reality. Doug, what did you say about Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb or something earlier? What did you?
Tell me how the fuck. All right, real fans know. All right, if you're a real fan of a Dragon Ball Z, then you know what the fuck is up with Dragon Ball Z. And then in the whole entire culture, we kind of accept the fact that Dragon Ball Evolution is one of the worst movies of all time on IBM. Lower rated than Dragon Ball Evolution. Technically, Dragon Ball Evolution is better by the rating on IMB or IBM. I'm not sure. I get that shit mixed up. But
IMDb.
Snow White got a 2.2 rating. And Dragon Ball Evolution got a 2.5. I don't gotta say much, man. That's a new movie with great graphics, and they just ruined it with their stupid ideology that they decided to add to the movie. Has nothing to do with the story. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Stop getting your political bullshit involved in the shit my kids watch.
They're doing it to Snow White. They're doing it to Captain America. They're doing it to all our favorites, dude.
That's not my Captain America. And the fact is, listen, I want y'all to know this fact. They went and took Snow White, which was the first animated movie. All right. First animated movie out of Disney. Okay. They took that movie and they made this shit anti what the fuck it was. How it should be. Or if you're of a different persuasion, that's on you and you don't fit the demographic I'm reaching for. But for the demographic I'm reaching for, listen, a prince coming to save you is not a bad thing, okay? Having somebody to lean on and a real man who pays shit and gets shit done when you need it to be done. Listen, I'm not gonna say I live up to that standard, but what I will say is this is what I think growing up. This is what my grandmother wanted in a man. All right, taking this out of the way. For what? For feminism or for her Marxism? I'm not sure what it is she represents. I'm not gonna stand here and lie.
Exactly. Grandma, she's always right. And on to the next one. So this next story is crazy to me. This happened not too long after our last episode. So the U.S. Institute of Peace Board sues after firings and DOGE staff accesses headquarters. So what happened here, dog? They went last week to try to get in here. Private security force, not a government security force, stopped government workers who were supposed to go there to audit from DOGE. So they come back the next day with the FBI. Again, private security stops them. Now, you would think that the FBI would have the jurisdiction over the police, but the FBI had to call the police to get the police to come let them in. What fucking world we live in that has to happen? I don't know. I always thought when the FBI shows up on the police crime scene, like in the movies, it's like, oh, the FBI's here. We're taking over everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
never played FBI in fucking Private Eye. FBI got reins over everybody. He got command over everybody.
Apparently not in this situation. They got stuff to hide in this building. They don't want us to see. But now we're in there. Doge is in there. The head of the building, who was not letting anybody in, has been replaced. And let me just tell you, the United States Institute for Peace has done a lot of things in the world over the years, but institute peace. So we're going to be finding that out over the next few details. We're going to find out exactly why the guy who was in charge, who Trump had now replaced and didn't want to let nobody in the building, we're going to find out exactly what kind of stuff they're hiding. And I'm sure it's going to look a lot like USAID and, you know, money to terrorists and $2 million to cut dicks
I mean, they're not
off
going
in
to tell us
Guatemala
about
or Ecuador.
people.
You know?
They're not going to tell us about the people that wear small crowns.
Yeah, the Zionists
and the fact needs to be like, we criticize Trump a lot on that, but the thing is, like, if you look at every presidency ever, presidents need to swear allegiance to certain countries.
Yes,
and they need to be approved.
Moving on, we're gonna get into the next story. Trump is making the right moves to lower gas prices, energy secretary. So the Trump administration is stimulating gas and oil production, and they are going for a 50% reduction in prices, and they think it's doable within a year. You know, and I mean, maybe that's a little rich. Maybe they're reaching for the stars there, but from what I'm seeing, I know you said that egg prices haven't come down near you. I know a lot of people are talking about near them. I think it's probably closer to where a lot of the big farms are and stuff.
Yeah, let's keep it fair. I'm in Florida. We're at the edge of everything. So, and like,
we have chickens at the house. We have our own chickens, our own eggs. So we don't go buy any. So I don't ever look at. So if I'm wrong about that, I'm wrong about that. But other ways, we see oil coming down. We see, you know, the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, coming down. Everything's coming down. You know, a lot of things have happened in these last couple months. You know, nobody's ever seen a president come in and do this much shit this fast. And like, honestly, we do have some stuff that we don't like from the Zionist area, and you know, that's our own thing to deal with. We're going to keep that kind of stuff off the show, but you know, I think at the end of the day, we're moving forward. We're going in the right direction, and big changes are coming. Big changes are coming to this country. Big changes are coming to Social Security benefits in March for seniors. Check this out, dog. So what happened was last year, some shit happened with the government, Biden and all that, that some windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset. The WEP and the GPO was taking money from Social Security recipients' checks, like not their whole check, but some of their check. And now Trump signed in the Social Security Fairness Act in January, which means that this month.
So this again is the shit that they don't want to fucking report on. Like things that Trump does. Listen, every president, even the ones I didn't vote for and the ones I did vote for. All right, they're gonna do shit that we don't agree with, and then they're gonna do shit we agree with. People on the other side don't want to fucking admit the fact that there's things that he's doing that's helping the situation. What did he say he was gonna do? Save some fucking money. Saving money requires closing a lot of facilities, a lot of programs, making a lot of changes, resetting things over again so we can start from the beginning. This is not like most people don't have the brain capacity that it takes to fucking process the information that you
exactly. They just
save
don't.
money.
It's
a hard job,
and
man.
as we see, those payments that they didn't receive were dating back to January 2024. They're going to get all those payments that they missed back. The average payment that these seniors are going to receive this month from all that retroactive pay is $6,710. I think that's a great thing. Money in the seniors' pockets right when they need it. It couldn't be better timing. Moving on. Let's get to the next story. This one was a crazy thing to me. Cocaine trafficking soars at border as fentanyl overdoses decline. So fentanyl's out. Good old cocaine's back in. America, baby. We're coming back. Look at this. We got Doug, we got all the shit we want, you know, gone out of the country, like fucking USAID, these motherfuckers at the US Institute of Peace. That's happening. You got, you know, seniors getting back money. You got gas is falling, prices are falling. You got the economy stabilizing. You know, fentanyl's going out, cocaine's coming back.
Oh, playing
it feels
devil's
like
advocate.
America's
Cocaine's
on top right
back
now, baby. Hey,
But
what would you
playing
rather
devil's
have?
advocate,
A little
like,
bit of
don't
sugar
ever
booger
forget you
or
viewers,
fentanyl?
okay? Don't ever forget none of y'all that who fed us cocaine was the United States government. Put that in the system to destroy.
Okay,
See, I don't
we're
defend
not
the
gonna
racist
get
system. I
that
don't think
deep.
we
We're
have a
not gonna
racist
get that deep
system.
into the news because we don't have time for that. But
Heard. Next
moving
one.
on, moving on to the next one. So, U.S. wants to negotiate with Iran on the nuclear program, says U.S. envoy. Tehran
U.S.
accuses,
envoy.
Tehran accuses U.S. of bullying tactics as nuclear deal uncertainty deepens under Trump's renewed pressure campaign. So, President Trump's outreach to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. It's Khamenei, my bad. On a possible new nuclear deal is an attempt to avoid direct military action. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff has said, "We don't need to solve everything militarily," Witkoff told Fox News on Sunday. "Our signal to Iran is, let's sit down and let's see if we can, through dialogue, through diplomacy, get to the right place. If we can, we are prepared to do that. And if we can't, the alternative is not a great alternative." So it's sounding to me like if you think back to 2004, you think back to Iraq, you think about, oh, Saddam, weapons of mass destruction, nukes, and da 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 da. It sounds to me, dog, like Iran is about to get some freedom. What do you think?
I mean, listen, it
sounds like they're going to get
that
freedom
sounds
delivered
great.
by some big old bombers.
Yeah, but exactly. See, because that sounds great. The freedom sounds great, right? But the reality of the situation is that where they're at and where they live, the government that rules them is oppressive, and it's always going to be. The Middle East is a never-ending piece of conflict, and you don't need to be religious to know that it's not gonna fucking end anytime soon.
Exactly, and you don't need to be religious to know that there's a certain reason that we're going to be fucking with Iran. And, we're not going to get into that certain reason on this show. If
You know the reason.
Exactly. If you know, you know, but we're going to keep it at that. Those are the stories we got. It's a crazy world. So those are the stories we got lined up for y'all in the news. What was your favorite one, Pablo? What'd you like about it best?
I mean, listen, I was dying to talk about Snow White. I was dying to talk about the fuck ups and the ins and outs of all the fuck ups she made, and why politics and acting, like careers, should be completely separated. Like, she could have made all of those political views having nothing to do with the movie, and nobody would have cared.
Exactly.
But she decided to use the movie as a platform, and that's where you get a fucking consequence.
Exactly. That's where you get your consequences. That's been the news. Our news blitz is over. Now we're gonna go in to get. Pablo's going to go put on his robe and his outfit, and we're going to get into conspiracy court. Let's rock. What up, y'all? Welcome to our new edition of Conspiracy Court. This week, we're going to be dealing with the curious case of John Pelletier. You ready, Your Honor, for me to present this case?
Listen. Quiet. I need a little bit of order in my court. I want to get this started. Bailiff, can you hand me the papers and files? Thank you. Okay. I seem to have. What file are you on? The second file? Third?
No, we're going to be starting. We're going to be starting from file 1, Your Honor. Do you have files 1 through 4 in front of you?
Yes, I do. Let me correct that. Go ahead. Start your case. Plead your case.
Okay, let's get into it. So, right here we have our case. So what happened here? Your Honor, today I am prosecuting John Pelletier, Maui police chief, for being the elite's janitor, sweeping up their messes from Vegas to Maui to Diddy's rape pad. This ain't a cop, Your Honor. This is a fixer with a badge popping up at every disaster like a ghost in the machine. The Vegas shooting, he's there. The Maui fires, he's chief and coroner. Diddy's gang rape, he's the muscle. Is it a coincidence? Bullshit. It's a pattern, and we're here to crack it open, Your Honor. So let's start with the spark that we see on the screen. So, Your Honor, on March 7th, 2025, an amended lawsuit drops. Ashley Parham and 2 Jane Does sue Sean Diddy Combs for a 2018 gang rape in Orinda, California. Who's named co-defendant? Chief John Pelletier, then a Las Vegas police captain. The suit says he posed as a Contra Costa sheriff, told Parham to go home after she was raped, and get this, kidnapped 2 witnesses at gunpoint, drove them to Vegas in a black SUV, then to San Francisco to watch Diddy's crew beat, drug, and threaten them. That's not police work, Your Honor. That's thug shit. Now, before we had this spark, Your Honor, we had some other circumstantial evidence that we felt just wasn't enough at the time, to bring this case. But then, once this spark came in and we started to see a clearer picture of this guy hopping around, we built the case, we presented it to you. So now I'd like to present to you our next piece of evidence, the Vegas shooting, the Route 91 shooting. Rewind to October 1st, Your Honor. Vegas, Mandalay Bay, 59 dead, 500 injured. It is the deadliest shooting in U.S. history. Pelletier's the incident commander. He's running the show. The official story, he says lone gunman is Stephen Paddock. But the 911 calls, hundreds of them came in, and they said there was multiple shooters, Your Honor. They said there was bursts from different spots. Cops ignored these calls. The tapes of the calls vanished, and Pelletier's team says, no, you got it wrong. It's one guy. Really? 59 bodies, Your Honor, and they don't chase down every lead? It sounds like a cleanup to me. Shut it down, bury the truth, protect the elites pulling the strings, and then it gets even crazier. So we have this guy involved with Diddy, Your Honor. We have him running the incident. You see on the screen the Route 91 shooting in Vegas. I'm sure you remember that, Your Honor. Now we get to this.
Yes, I do. I remember going over that case.
Yes. He pops up in Lahaina, Your Honor. Fast forward to August 2023, Lahaina, Maui. Population 12,702 folks. 102 are dead, Your Honor, in the worst wildfire in a century in this country's history. Pelletier's the chief, the coroner, at the same time? How does that make sense? The chief and the coroner wearing dual hats, having total control. He blocked the roads. There were no sirens. Kids burned alive. Pelletier's excuse, Your Honor? He said the chaos is not my fault. Bullshit. You were the chief. You were the coroner. That means you own the scene and the bodies. Perfect to scrub the evidence. If you own the scene and the bodies, you decide what happened. Maybe. But Pelletier's there and he's mopping up the elite's mess once again. The pattern, Your Honor. I'm going to leave it at this. So I'm just going to have a little bit of say about this man right here on the screen, the pattern. And I hope you've been reading this information on the screen, Your Honor, in your files that you have in front of you. And I hope the people in the chambers have too. But I'm going to connect the dots. 2017, Vegas, Pelletier hushes the massacre. Lone gunman fairy tale, he says, right? 2018, Diddy's rape, he's the muscle, silencing victims with a fake badge and a gun. Then fast forward to 2023 in Maui, he's a chief and a coroner, locking down a fire that reeks of elite land grabs. Come on, dog. Come on, Your Honor. I'm sorry for coming out of my character like that. I'm just a little upset. 3 disasters,
It's
one
fine,
guy.
I'll let it go.
Yes. Thank you, Your Honor. 3 disasters, Your Honor, and one man. He's always where the elite need their dirt swept. Diddy's trafficking empire, Vegas, Maui, it's incredible to me that we have come this far and we have amassed this much evidence, but that is my case, Your Honor. I'm going to turn it over to you. And I'm going to let you rule on it.
Okay, I got about a question or two here for you. How are the tapes relative to the situation that we're speaking of? If the tapes are lost and out of file, how can I use that as a reference point for what we're speaking on?
Well, the tapes are relevant in the aspect that it shows that somebody is trying to cover up evidence of this investigation because if the police are in possession of the tapes and then they're not, where did they go? And why? Isn't that evidence? Isn't it a police officer's job to preserve it? So, Your Honor, that to me is a whole mess of circumstantial evidence, but it ties the whole rest of the case together, in my opinion.
I think it's kind of a broad, I think it's a kind of broad perspective, but I'll allow it. Besides the pattern of Diddy, Vegas, and all of that, I understand you're judging his character. This is what we're here to do. Taking into thought everything that you've gone over today, I feel that the evidence against the plaintiff is pretty damning. I don't see how they've allowed him to walk, but I know that in my court, these things won't be allowed. I want to claim that the defendant is guilty.
Yo, that was a good conspiracy court. Yo, it's getting better and better. I have fun, dog. How about you?
Yeah, always. Nothing but fun, man.
Exactly,
hey, listen, there's nothing that I like better than bringing these things to court and having the judge go over these complaints we've got, these situations.
Exactly,
hopefully
they need to be
the judge has no problem with us. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm sure the judge has no problem with us, you know, because of us, you know, justice is being served. And we're going to see some justice get served up hot in this doom scroll. Are you ready to get into it, dog?
Oh, I've been waiting on the doom scroll. Let's go.
Hey, we in the video vault. Okay, dog. The first video I got is a doozy.
As I've been
ready?
like leveling up, you know,
now
in my career, like what's
you're
the
gonna like
craziest
this one. I'm gonna preface this. This is an OnlyFans model. She thought it was a good idea to bring her little brother, who's underage, on her podcast to talk about her OnlyFans. He breaks her fucking heart, dog. Watch this.
I've been like leveling up, you know, in my career. Like, what's the craziest thing that's happened to you so far?
So there's this one kid, I'm not gonna mention names, he is obsessed with you. Every time I'm on the bus, he takes his phone and he goes, "Oh look, it's your sister." You know, and he goes like this, "Oh, look at this." Yeah.
Are you okay?
You can tell he loves that he's breaking her down.
And they ask me, is it pink? I just tell them, pay for it, find out.
This is where I feel, no. I feel that this is where a man won't allow this shit. And the thing is, we live for everybody else to be happy. And it's not the thought, it's not the view of the podcast or anything. This is my personal view, but I feel that in today's culture, it's pushed and shoved in women's face to be independent and live for themselves. Go look at your dad. I want you to go look your dad in the fucking face. It's not that your mom is no good or nothing. Your mom's a great person. Go look your dad in the face and really think about Father's Day and what that is. It's a day he takes you out on his day. All right, the one day he gets, he takes you guys out. All right, for fucking dinner. Like, if he don't do that, then fuck it. He could stay home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, man.
Exactly.
It's a rough situation, and we're going to move on.
Exactly. You know, that kid, you know, I feel for him and what he has to go through. And I feel for the kids that are also on the bus who it ain't just their sister, it's their mom, you know? Like, imagine that, dog. Imagine what those kids go through. But on to the next.
I mean, he's talked to her.
Unvaccinated. Even if I were pollinated.
This is deep, dog. I'm going to bring this back. This is talking to us. This is talking to us and anybody on the show right now watching here that you know resisted.
You, the unvaccinated. Even if I were pollinated and fully vaccinated, I would admire the unvaccinated for withstanding the greatest pressure I've ever seen. From partners, parents, children, friends, colleagues, and even doctors. People who are capable of such personality, courage, and critical ability are undoubtedly the best part of humanity. They are everywhere, in all ages, levels of education, states, and ideas. They are of a special kind. They are the soldiers that every army of light wants to have in its ranks. They are the parent that every child wants to have, and the children that every parent dreams of having. They are beings above the average of their societies. They are the essence of the people who have, well, built all cultures and conquered horizons. They are there, next to you. They look normal, but they are superheroes. They did what others could not. They were the tree that withstood the hurricane of insults, discrimination, and social exclusion. And they did it because they thought they were alone. And they believed that, well, they were the only ones. Banned from their families' tables at Christmas, they never saw anything so cruel. They lost their jobs, let their careers sink, had no more money, but they didn't care. They suffered immeasurable discrimination, denunciation, betrayal, and humiliation, but they kept on going. Never before in humanity has there been such a casting. Now, we all know who are the best on the planet Earth. Men, women, young, old, rich, poor, of all races or religions, the unvaccinated, the chosen of the invisible ark, the only ones who managed to resist when everything collapsed. That's you. You passed an unimaginable test that many of the toughest Marines, commandos, Green Berets, astronauts, and even geniuses could not withstand. You are made of the stuff of the greatest who ever lived.
That shit is deep, dog. That shit hits you, didn't it, dog?
I mean, listen, I'm going to say this, man. I wasn't in a position that a soldier, doctor, et cetera, was in to lose my career to not take that vaccine. But it's nice to know that there's people who appreciate the fact that people stood up for themselves. Like, I don't fucking harp on the fact that people took the vaccine. Everyone has the freedom and their own right to do what the fuck their choices are. You took that vaccine, I'll see you in 10 years to see what's going on.
I'm not saying nothing about nobody who did, you know?
I'm grateful that there's people out here who recognize how hard it was to stand there.
It was
had people
hard,
point fingers and talk shit.
Me and this guy stood there together, but we had each other, bro. You know, we had each other. At that time, dog.
Yo, but I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be fair and I'm going to be real 100% right now. The kind of people that told you to go get a vaccine, all you got to do is stand on your 10 toes, look them in the face and tell them, do something about it. Because I bet they ain't going to do shit. Same people who won't do nothing. Exactly. The soldiers who's dying for us forced to take a fucking vaccine so he can keep dying for you.
Exactly, bro. Crazy shit. But on to the next one, dog.
One of my favorite stories.
This is deep.
Is in a mother's womb were two babies, and one turns to the other and says, "Do you believe in life after delivery?" And the other replies, "Why, of course, there has to be something after delivery. Maybe we're here to prepare ourselves for what will be later." "Nonsense," said the first. "There's no life after delivery. What kind of life would that be?" "I don't know," said the second, "but there'll be more light than here. Maybe we'll walk with our legs and eat with our mouths. Maybe we'll have other senses we can't understand now." The first goes, "That's ridiculous. Walking is impossible, and eating with our mouths, that's absurd. The umbilical cord is what scientifically supplies nutrition and all that we need, but it's far too short. Life after delivery is to be logically excluded." And the second says, "What if it's just different than it is here? Maybe we don't need that physical cord anymore." The first goes, "Okay, if there were life after delivery, then tell me, why has no one ever come back from there? Delivery is the end of life, and in the after delivery is nothing but darkness and silence and oblivion. It takes us nowhere." And the second says, "But certainly we'll meet Mother, and she'll take care of us." The first goes, "Mother? You actually believe in Mother? If Mother exists, where is she now?" And the second goes, "She's all around us. We are of her. It is in her that we live. Without her, this world would not and could not exist." And the first says, "I don't see her. It's only logical that she's not here." To which the second replied, "Sometimes, when you're in silence and you really listen, you can perceive her presence. You can hear her loving." One of my favorite stories is in a mother.
That shit, dog, is crazy to me. Because when I heard that, I was like, yo, that's deep. Because imagine if you could think when you were in there. Like, if you could, like, have those kind of thoughts.
Listen, there's related but not really. There's an anime that covers a supposed disorder. Not sure if it's real. I don't think it's a real thing. Where the baby, it's a specific kind of brain where the baby can hear and remember everything that they heard in the belly, in the womb. Like they live their life remembering everything. It's not photographic.
That's crazy.
It's like Sheldon in the show Sheldon, but it's something stronger.
On to the next one.
One of the first questions you get asked as a new parent.
This is fucking crazy.
To name your child. A hospital network in New Jersey is taking its infant identity data to a new level. Correspondent Dan Springer reports on a controversial new questionnaire that some New Jersey parents were not expecting.
You can't make this shit up.
Becoming a new parent is always a time of enormous change. But now, in New Jersey, some moms and dads are being asked to fill out a sexual orientation and gender identity questionnaire for their baby.
You gotta be kidding me.
Do you identify your baby as female, male, transgender, genderqueer, or something else?
What the fuck?
Which of the following best describes your baby? Lesbian or gay, straight or heterosexual, bisexual, or questioning unsure?
It's completely and utterly insane. And I think in New Jersey...
Yo, dog. Like, what the fuck? Like, do we live in clown world now? Like, I hope they're using those responses to, like, what I hope this is a secret tactic by, like, child welfare services where they're like, yo, anybody who says their baby's gay or lesbian or trans, get that baby out of there. Take that shit,
yeah.
But I mean, listen,
that's what it's about. I'm gonna say this shit right now. Like, I maybe, man, listen, I don't give a fuck. You know, like, if you know, you know. Like, life is just weird. Listen, man, I think that I can say that technically I didn't know I was straight maybe till like I was like 12 or 11 when I started to notice girls.
Oh, but
I was in the cartoons and bullshit.
You thought you weren't straight?
Well, no, it's not. I fuck you.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, no, that's why I said. That's why I worded it how I did. You dick face. But yeah. Like it's not. It wasn't even a thought. And I found out I like girls when I was like around 11 or 12. Like, and people find out earlier. People find out later. Like, yo, that is my baby or what? Yo, I guess I was thinking to myself while I was watching that, I will argue. Right, but then I guess that the reality of the situation is that if you're seeing that paper, you're about to have a baby. There's kind of no point in arguing in that moment. You need to get that baby delivered. Yeah,
exactly.
That's why they do it.
I feel like there's much deeper reasons than that, but we'll move on to the next one.
I'm
not gonna get it, but this next one, dog, is fucking scary because the things that I think just you'll. Yo, anybody? Yo, let me bring this back. You're about to see a person get turned into luggage. And where he gets taken to and what happens to him, I don't know, but my fucking mind can only imagine. Now watch, bro. Pay attention. The hood is a crazy place. Walking. Dropped him. Is he gonna walk away? Nah. Yo, he's got this motherfucker by the pants, carrying him like some luggage behind the building, bro.
So I'm gonna address the fucking issue right away. I don't give a fuck what nobody guys say.
Hey,
that's in the hood. I grew up in the hood. He grew up in the hood.
Yeah.
All right, listen. It is what it is. The motherfucker recording is laughing. Are you kidding me, nigga? Like, that could have been your brother, your cousin, your uncle. Dog, that could have been somebody you know.
I would be like, yo, where are you taking that guy? But it might be a little funny for me once I see him pick him up by his pants.
I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm a Charleston white on this one. I ain't gonna say shit. I'm gonna call the police, nigga. Do something. I'll beat your ass. I'll send you to jail. Try me.
Yeah, I might get a little chuckle when he first gets picked up and carried like luggage, but dog, where my mind goes when I watch that guy,
He's above that.
Yo, where my mind goes when I watch that guy get brought behind that building, dog, is like that guy who knocked him out spent too many years in prison and don't like his sex the normal way. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't like it the normal way. If I like you, I'm gonna get
He
you.
had that dude sounding like mac and cheese. If I like you, I want you.
Hey, if I want you, I'm gonna have you. That might be Fleece Johnson. He might have got out on parole, dog. But all right, let's wrap it up with our last one. This is white dudes imitating.
I've seen these motherfuckers.
They're
They over
so
here
good at it,
imitating
dude. They're so good at it, dude. They got the guys in the background, the guy sitting down just watching in the background.
Fucking axe with a fucking axe.
That's what they do, though.
Got it,
You know that's what they do, though. But that's what it really be looking like, though. Like, that's how they really do it, right? Like, I don't see no lie.
This motherfucker finger fuck your shit like a fender. Dog. Come on, man. I don't think so, but is this racist? Put it in the comments. Like, I want to know.
Let us know what you think. But if you think it is, please don't report us. We're trying to get big. All right, we don't want to.
I'll tell you this. I won't put jelly on the bread the way he did. But if I was y'all, I would like and subscribe. Go ahead, make that shit. You know what I mean? Come on, we on the way.
I would join the mob because this year is bringing some big shit. It's bringing, more doom scroll, more, cases in conspiracy court, more news. It's gonna bring giveaways. We're planning some giveaways for our listeners. Those who leave comments and they like, and a lot of people are already gonna be subscribed by then.
Give
so
away something, exactly. Nigga, something. I'm gonna give you a hat, a shirt, or something.
I ain't gonna give you crabs like your last girlfriend though, so don't worry. But
we good on that.
Exactly. But
save crabs for the dinner table.
All right, that's been it for the doom scroll. Now we're gonna go down the Reddit hole. Shit, dog.
Oh shit, my ass,
bro. I know, dog. My back can't handle that after that jackhammer incident in Miami, bro. But fucking no homo. That sounded kind of gay. But fucking hey, we're down the Reddit hole now. That was a big fucking drop. But our first little joint we got here and down the Reddit hole, I pulled this off of the conspiracy Reddit. And you see here, it says, remember this? The countdown ends March 27th, 2025, which is Thursday. They said, I take no credit for this post on this topic whatsoever. 6 months ago, a user, now suspended, this event was 6 months ago from a user, this event was posted here. A girl ran onto the court, tied herself to the net back in 2022 at Wimbledon. And we have 1,028 days left. Her shirt said that was about 1,025 days ago, which 1,028 days ends on March 27, 2025. They said it's probably just nothing. A lot of people in the comments are talking about it. Must be like, these people in positions of power, winking at us and telling us what's coming, the revelation of the message. I don't think it's that. I think that this girl has some form of, she's a psychic. She sees the future. And I think she knew.
Clairvoyance.
What she was talking about was the fact that March 27, 2025 is the exact date of the 1 year anniversary of Malice the podcast. How fucking crazy is that? See, we solved that conspiracy on Conspiracy Reddit, and nobody wants to listen.
No, nobody listened to her. She said 1,028 days left. Nobody listened to her. Now y'all here. Now you know what it is.
Exactly.
This guy right here, me right now. This is real. Let's go.
Exactly. All right, getting into our next one, dog. We got probably the dopest fucking stash I've ever seen in my life. Are you ready for this? Look at this, dog.
Fuck?
Look, dude, this guy's blowing up on Reddit for this fucking mustache, dog. Have you ever seen some shit like that? Like, this is him going.
He don't care about hair on pussy. I'll tell you that. He don't care about no hair on pussy.
Dog, do you know the self-confidence this guy has to fucking create? Because nobody else has this mustache. Who the fuck else has this mustache? Nobody.
It's like a fucking jail for his teeth. Like,
yo, like, you gotta have I almost feel like, dog, do you think a lot of people are wondering, do you think like he's a fireman, right? Do you think his buddies and him, like, he lost some kind of bet where he maybe like he might do, I think what he does on the normal
is possible.
I think what he does on the normal is like, the twist up. The twist up, or like he goes over like this. I don't think it like hangs down like that. I think he styles it, but I think he lost some bet or something with his like in the station. Like, yo, bro, you're gonna have to comb that shit down for the picture, and they released it online and it blew the fuck up. But this guy, they're loving his fucking.
Hey,
style.
ladies, keep an eye out. That's a muff eater right there. That guy ain't got no fear, no hair, no jungle, no whatsoever.
Nothing, dog. All right, on to our last little piece of the show. Outside of our wise words is our last little trip down the Reddit hole, and we're going to get into it right now. Check this out, what Ye had to say about Kim K. So.
Not Ye.
Ye posted, he said, Kim K, he's going through it, dog. He's having, bro.
Damn.
I'm just going to say before I read this, do you remember about a year and a half ago when Kanye was speaking some real shit? 2 years ago, maybe it was. And he also said, yo, if I disappear for a little bit and come back, it's not me. Remember Kanye said that? And then you remember he disappeared and then came back. And then all of a sudden he was acting super different, getting blowjobs in public in broad daylight. Super not Kanye shit. You know what I'm saying? Like on boats, like just weird shit. And it's like, what did they do to his fucking brain, bro? I'm thinking they did some shit to him. But anyway, so he said Kim Kardashian.
Cloning experiment. Think back to Dolly the sheep. Go ahead.
Yeah. Kim Kardashian is a sex trafficker. I don't like that Twigs has my daughter. I don't know who Twigs is. In her video dressing all grown. I would have expected more from Twigs. It's fuck all you ends. My soul is black. And watch y'all don't believe.
Niggas, I'll say it for him.
I'm not gonna do it on the internet. Sorry, dog. And watch y'all don't believe me and just say I'm crazy. So, they're gonna say he's crazy, but I've seen a lot of demonic imagery with Kim, and what she does. So I don't doubt it for a minute. I don't doubt.
Hey man, don't ever forget. Don't ever forget that her mother sold her into the industry, okay?
Exactly.
Her mother was a big part. Her mother played all her kids so she could make money off all of them.
Exactly. Her mother is definitely 100% a sex trafficker. I believe that, and I agree with that sentiment. She sold her own kids into, look at we found out that it was the mother that put the tape out to the porn sites. You know what I'm saying? To get Kim famous in the first place. Like, that's craziness. But that was a great show,
what kind
dog.
of mother?
Exactly. It was a great show. Great 1 year anniversary. I had fun. Had a good fucking
number one, baby.
Exactly. Had some good news. Good fucking conspiracy court doom scroll down the Reddit hole. It was great this week. If you're still here rocking with us and you haven't commented, liked, and subscribed yet, do it. We want y'all to join the mob. You can find us everywhere at Malice the Podcast. You can go to www. www.malicethepodcast.com. You can find our link tree, Malice the Podcast link tree. Just type that into Google. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Rumble. We're trying to figure out X right now. We had somebody hack the account. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us, our boxes in your mother's hamper. You can find this motherfucker Pablo.
Listen, then come and make a fucking comment, man, because we respond. All right, we ain't that big yet. We respond to the shit you guys have. If you got something to call me out or him out on, bring the facts, put it on the comments.
Even when we do get big, because I know we're going to get big, and I know this is our destiny, dog. When we do, I'm still going to respond to comments. Like, I spend a good 45 minutes on the toilet a day taking a shit. And once we have a fan base, I plan on using, this is what I want y'all to know. Like, if you guys, write us a message and I respond back, I'm probably taking a poo. Just a little FYI. I probably wrote that message.
I shit 85% of the time, so it's like not a big deal. I'll be on the toilet all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
he's shitting on
y'all watch One Piece, y'all know the poison fruit.
Exactly. This motherfucker's shitting on everybody 24/7. But hey, listen, it's been a good episode. I have fun being here today with you on the 1-year anniversary episode. It's not exactly the day, but we made it work when we made it work. And how do you feel, dog? How do you feel? Did you have a good show?
Fun, excited. The sound is amazing. Our visuals are better. Coming to you in 1080p. I hope y'all know this, man. We're trying to make a difference. This guy does nothing but work hard for the podcast constantly. Give it up for Buddy right here.
Give it up for this guy for dealing with me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so we're going to leave you with that, and we're going to leave you with some wise words from the homie Ray Lewis. Peace out, y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. Make sure you join the mob.
How can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality.